Tonight I am making a family favorite, and that is crispy beer-battered fish and chips. I'm Tess, and I will show you how to make this easy and delicious fried fish recipe. Stay tuned! If you're going to have beer-battered fish, it is a must to have a good tartar sauce. I'm making a double batch, but you can cut this recipe in half if needed. In my bowl I have 1 cup of mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons of sweet relish, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, 1 tablespoon of chopped capers, a little salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon of white pepper, or you can use black pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. Giving that a good mix and refrigerating for at least 1 hour before serving. There is a dry and a wet coating on the fish. For the dry coating, I have 1 cup of self-rising flour, or you can use all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of Old Bay seasoning, 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper, or you can use black pepper, and salt to taste. Giving that a good mix and setting to the side. You can use the seasonings that you like. You can use garlic powder, onion powder, Cajun seasoning, whatever you like. And now for the wet coating. I have 1 cup of self-rising flour, and I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I'm slowly adding in 1 cup of cold beer, and you can use any kind of beer. You want the batter to be like a thin pancake batter so it sticks to the fish. Also, we want the batter to be cold, so I'm covering and refrigerating for at least 30 minutes before using. This will help produce a nice crispy coating. For the chips or French fries, I cut about 4 russet potatoes and soaked them in cold water for about an hour. This helps release some excess starch from the potatoes. I rinsed, drained, and dried the potatoes, and we are ready for frying. I have a quart of vegetable oil that I heated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm frying the potatoes in 2 batches so not to overcrowd. The fries will cook for 3 to 4 minutes, and then I will remove, drain, and cool on a paper towel. Later, after I'm done frying the fish, I will refry the potatoes at 375 degrees until crispy and golden brown. I have everything ready and we are ready to eat. I use either cod or haddock for this recipe. Tonight I'm using cod, and I cut it into nice-sized pieces and dab dry with a paper towel. Now I'm seasoning both sides with some salt, white pepper, and you can use black pepper, and a sprinkle of Old Bay seasoning. It is important to season every layer in this recipe to get the best flavor. Next, all the fish gets dredged in the flour mixture, shaking off the excess and placing on a plate. I have my vegetable oil heated to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm dredging the fish in the batter and lightly shaking off any excess. You can see the beer batter makes a nice coating on the fish. And there's no easy way to do this. Using your fingers is the best, and just be careful when placing the fish pieces into the oil. Remember to place the fish down away from you to prevent splashing. Again, I'm frying the fish in batches so not to overcrowd the pan. The fish will take about 5 to 6 minutes to cook, and this all depends on the size and thickness of the fish pieces. Flip the fish occasionally so it cooks evenly. Once done, remove and drain on a wire rack. And finally, I'm finishing off the French fries. I'm frying them until they're a crispy golden brown. I also made some onion rings because some in the family wanted both. This is an easy and delicious beer battered fish and chips recipe. The coating is nice and fluffy and crispy. The fish inside is so moist and flaky. I hope you give this homemade crispy beer battered fish and chips a try, and enjoy! If you like this video recipe, please hit the like and subscribe button. Remember to hit the bell next to the subscribe to make sure that you get my future video recipes. You can also find me on Facebook and at my website. Feel free to share this recipe and my channel with your friends and family. And until next time, much love!